Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm talking about feeling is the secret explained, so you can learn how to feel it. Because Neville Goddard talks a lot about it's important that you feel the wish fulfilled. It's important to get into the feeling state of how it would feel like if everything that you want in this life was already in your life. And by living from that place and practicing the feeling of the wish fulfilled, then you're able to bring into your life the things that you want to manifest. And that's, in a nutshell, what the feeling is the secret is all about. So then the question is how can I feel like the wish has been fulfilled? How can I feel that way all the time? That's the question. So there are two words that I really want you to hone in on in this video, and I want you to keep them in mind, and I will be bringing them up time and time again. But the two words are this: it's focus and practice. Focus and practice. And so what do you need to focus on? What do you need to practice? You need to focus on, so that means you've got to be quite present. You've got to learn how to be present in the moment and to focus on how it would feel if the things in your life had already manifested. And to practice feeling that every day until it becomes your dominant vibration, it becomes your dominant feeling. And therefore, when you get to that stage, when you finally get to that stage where feeling good, feeling like the wish has been fulfilled is automatic, then that's when things are going to be a lot easier for you to manifest the things that you want. And also, that's just when your life is just going to get a hell of a lot better too. Yes, the manifestations will come, but also you'll be feeling awesome because you've practiced feeling good, because that's what it all comes down to if you really think about it. The reasons why you want to bring certain things into your life is because the byproduct of that will make you feel a certain emotion. And usually that emotion is something that's pretty good, so it's a feel good emotion. So the idea then is that that's what you've got to try and generate. That's what you've got to try and practice and focus on every single day until you feel good all the time. And why? That's like the pinnacle thing, right? That's what we all want in our lives. We all want to feel more ease. We want to feel more peace. We want to feel more delight. We want to feel good. So that's the idea then. But the trouble is that obviously we live in a world with other people, with certain events that take place that can lower our vibrations, which is why you kind of have to protect your inner world. You have to protect what gets filtered into here, essentially, which is why I don't watch the news. Sometimes I look up a quick news article if I'm interested in a certain subject, a certain topic that is happening in the world. So sometimes I just have a quick look just to see on that certain topic, but I'm very careful not to get saturated with events that are happening in the world. And if you think about it, we're not really designed to know what's going on in every single part of the world. As human beings, things like knowing what's going on in different countries hasn't been around for a long time. Usually as human beings, we were just really meant to be knowing what was going on in our communities, what was going on word of mouth, in our groups and communities. We're not supposed to know we're not supposed to know about the earthquake that happened all the way across the world. We're not supposed to know that, right? And honestly, I don't think, unless you are specifically giving aid and you're specifically helping those people in different countries, I don't see how you knowing those things or me knowing those things is actually helping the situation, unless we actually are helping the situation. Yes, it might be a good idea for our governments and world leaders to know what's going on so they can send aid, so they can send help, or whatever it may be. But is it really important for us to know, the common person, to know these horrible, tragic things that are happening across the globe? Now, we have that choice. We have that choice to know those things. We have a choice. We don't have to watch the news. We don't have to have news apps on our phones. We don't have to be checking these things. We can choose to check things that actually make us feel good. Because I don't know about you, but if I sit and watch half an hour of the news every night at 6 p.m. or 10 p.m., whatever it may be, I don't often feel good watching the news, right? I often feel stressed, or I get angry, or I get upset, and I feel sad for people, or I get worried about, certain things. It doesn't make me feel good, okay? And then over time, I realize that I have a choice. I don't actually have to watch this stuff. I can choose to actually read a favorite book of mine that makes me feel good. I have a choice of listening to an uplifting podcast or some nice music. You have that choice. You don't have to let these things enter your world, especially those things you have a choice about. So you have to protect your vibration. You have to protect your energy, and you got to ask yourself the question: Do I need to know this? If it's part of your job, then maybe you do. If you're a charity worker, then perhaps you need to know so you can help send aid, whatever it may be on those circumstances. But most of the time, you probably don't need to know half the stuff that that is going on in the world that's negative. Now, of course, that's not the only part of the equation. Of course, we have people in our lives that we're sometimes butt heads with, and we also need to protect our energy around those people. Now, what I would say about that is, yes, it would probably be a good idea, if you can't avoid someone, to just sort of spend less time with them if you can. But also, there is something that you can do to actually almost manifest the best in them, and that is to just look at their positive aspects. So let's say you've got a co-worker and you don't like them for whatever reason. Perhaps you've had a lot of arguments in the past, whatever it may be, right? But what you can do is you can look for things that you do like about them. Yes, you may not like, maybe they're rude, and you're like, well, I don't like the fact that they're rude, which is fine. Now you know what you do want. You don't want the rudeness. What you want is you want to be more amicable with them. So just focus on that. Don't focus on the fact that they're rude. Focus on that you want a more amicable relationship with them. Okay, focus on what you do want rather than what you don't want. Don't revel in the negativity of their behavior. Revel in the thought of how you want things to be with them. Okay, and again, look for positive aspects. Look for things that you do like about them. Maybe it could be as simple as you like the way that they wear their tie, or if it's a woman, perhaps you like the way that she does her hair, perhaps you like the makeup she uses, or whatever, right? You look for something that you do like about them, even if it's something small, and then just focus on that, which I know can be very tough, but this is why it's a practice. This is why you need to focus, okay? You got to protect your energy. You can't let these negative things in. But of course, these things are going to slip through now and again, and you are going to feel sort of like a negative emotion, but that's a good thing. It's a good thing, because if the moment you notice that you're feeling something negative, that also offers the solution as well, because often when you feel a negative emotion because of something that someone said or something that's happened, it gives you the opposite of that as well. You also know what you do want. So like I said, if someone's been rude to you, yeah, you now know that you want more politeness, you want more amicable behavior. You now want to get along more with people. It's even if you notice yourself doing something, like let's say you're rude, and then you realize, well, I don't want to be rude, I want to be more polite, and then you focus on wanting to be more polite instead of, oh my God, I'm such a bad person, I'm so rude. You got to focus on the things that you do want, the behaviors that you do want to change in yourself. One of the things about this whole video is you want to learn how to feel good more of the time, so you can bring more good things into your life. Okay? Because when you get to that stage where you feel good no matter what's going on around you, and you know how to redirect your thoughts to the things that you do want when you do feel negative emotion, and basically you're now on this higher plane, and that you're feeling much better about your life and your circumstances, you'll get to a point where you feel so good that you just know that I can't feel this good without good stuff happening to me. I can't be this high basically on life and having these elevated emotions without the good things coming in. So the feeling is the secret is very simple, okay? And I think when it comes to manifestation, sometimes things can get overcomplicated because there's so much information out there. But when it comes down to it, it's just focusing and practicing getting yourself into a better mood. And thinking of, okay, so how would I feel if my wishes had been fulfilled? And it'll probably be this sense of feeling good. Perhaps you feel like you don't need anything anymore. Everything's working out perfectly. And it's just about practicing and focusing on that emotion and trying to repeat that throughout your day, okay? And sometimes what you'll find is that when you think about the things that you want to manifest, you might actually feel kind of sad and upset about them because they're not here yet. So what I would say to those people is, if you're always checking for if the manifestations happened and you feel negative emotion towards the things that you're trying to attract because they're not here, you feel bad because of the lack of them, then just find something that's easy to feel good about instead. Because again, it's all about getting yourself into that emotion. It doesn't matter how you get there. You don't have to be thinking about the thing that you want to manifest. You've just got to be thinking about anything that makes you feel good, because it's still the same emotion. Okay, so it doesn't matter which route you take to get to the good feeling emotion. You could think about the thing that you want to manifest as long as that makes you feel good, or you could be thinking about your cat. It still leads to the feeling good emotion, right? So it doesn't matter which path you take as long as you're practicing and feeling good. Okay, and then the things that you want to manifest in this life, the things that you've always wanted, will begin to trickle in, because you can't feel that good without good things happening, without attracting good things. Okay, and when you feel really good and you've got yourself into a good feeling place, then think about things that you want to manifest. Think about how you want your day to go. You know, the little specifics of how you want your day to go. So you can basically plan out your whole entire day, and you'll be in awe of the things that you bring into your life because you've planned the whole day out. You've imagined it, you felt good as you imagined it, and then all you need to do is just watch these things unfold. Okay? But it's, like I said, it's a focus and it's a practice. You need to remember to do this. Okay? And you will get there, but it is a practice. Okay? It's a journey that I'm still on too. I'm still practicing feeling good. Okay? And just for the sake of feeling good. Okay? Because what you'll find is that the first manifestation probably won't be the thing that you want to manifest. The first manifestation that you'll receive is the good feeling emotion. And make that the pinnacle. Make that the thing that you want most, just to feel good. And I don't think there's any other better way to live than that. Okay? Because once you're feeling good, you then feel like you don't need anything. And then because you feel like you don't need anything, you've got no resistance there, and everything trickles in. Everything comes into your life. Okay? And that's how you can feel it. That's the practice. That's the work. That's how you can truly master the feeling is the secret. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon.